Hi, and welcome to Perpetual Fitness Training. My name is Holly, and I'm going to be your instructor today. All right, today we just have a workout for those abs using the stability ball. This is a great tool to work those abs. It really gets deep down. You're going to feel them burn and get fired up. This workout is only about 12 minutes long, so it's great to throw at the end of a workout, like if you were doing indoor cycling or running and wanted to throw in some abs, or if you've done weight training and you just didn't get those abs like you wanted, or a little extra something for those abs. This is a great workout to do for you. Please don't work those abs out 2 days in a row. You need to give yourself a day break in between so that they can rebuild and strengthen for you. Really, all you need today is that stability ball and a nice place to lay down, something soft. There is no warm up, so make sure you're warm. And then we'll just stretch very briefly at the end. So if you want to get a little bit more stretching and, just throw in a little bit of extra time to do that at the end. But other than that, we are ready to go. So go ahead and grab your ball, play some music, have some space that you can work out in, and let's get this workout done. All right, welcome back. So we're gonna start, but to me, the hardest one, and it's hard because it's a balanced position as well as kind of really getting deep into that abs. If this is too difficult for you to do, you can do this without the ball and just drop those legs down toward the floor instead of being up on the ball. I do recommend that you have something to hold on to. You really can't do this on the ball without having something to grip onto. So as you can see, I have my bench here with a really heavy weight just so it doesn't move. You don't want to use those arms to pull your legs up. The idea is that you're just using the abs, but you will have that tendency to kind of pull up on that upper body. So make sure that whatever you're using is stable. If you don't have something to hold on to, or this is too difficult, please do the exact same thing on the floor without the ball underneath your back. Okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to start with the most difficult one. These are 45 seconds long with a 15-second break. And so for this first one, I like to support my head. So I place my head on the ball, on the bench, not on the ball, on the bench. The lower part of my back is on that ball. I'm going to reach up and hold onto the bench. So you can hold it here, or if you have a bar underneath to reach it, you can also do it just holding onto the weight as well. And then you're going to bring those legs up. And keeping that tummy tight, you see it's already tough. Keeping that tummy tight, you're going to hold here. So maybe this is as far as you can go, and you're really, really working those abs to stay balanced. Great, you can stay right here. If you want to take it a little further, and you want to do it with me, we're going to drop those abs or those legs using the abs. We're then going to pull those knees toward the chest. The lower you drop the legs, the more difficult the move. So I would suggest starting small, and as your abs warm up, then you can start dropping those legs even further. I know I said it in the introduction, but please make sure that you're warmed up before beginning these exercises. I just got done doing a spinning class, so my body is nice and toasty warm, and so I can just flow right into it. That's why I'm not going to do a warm up, but please make sure you're warm first. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Grab a hold, tummy's tight, bring those legs up, balance, and now pull and release. Just bring those knees toward the chest and release it down. I don't want you to arch your back at all. You're keeping that tummy nice and tight. Exhaling as you're bringing those knees in. You also have the choice of doing this one at a time. Keeping that tummy pulled in really tight. And I want you to pull that low back. You're kind of tucking that tailbone so that you're pulling that belly button in and working that transverse abdominis. Either way. Exhale as you bring those legs toward your chest. Take your time. You don't have to do much to feel this one. Give me one more. All right, so for the second move, we're just going to walk out and place our head on the ball. We're going to lift through that lower body, take those arms up in a prayer position, pointing those fingers up at the ceiling. We're going to be doing a Russian twist. So all we're going to do is rotate, bring those hands to one side, come back to the center, and then do it on that other side. So we're rotating that upper body, rolling the ball onto the shoulder, or toward the outer part of your shoulder. And this, again, doesn't take long. You'll feel it. It actually at first kind of makes My side waist cramp a little bit because my body's trying to figure out what I'm doing. It takes a lot of concentration. It takes balance. And it strengthens through that core. Of course, you're also probably feeling those legs. Keep those hips up. That tummy nice and tight. Lifting the hips. Every time you come back to the center, lift those hips a little higher. All right, back to the center. Now we're gonna walk it back. We got one more round. I set my timer wrong. All right, I'll fix it on the next one. Okay, here we go. 5 seconds. Shoulders down. Lift those legs. Tummy's tight. All right, so just start by maybe just doing these baby lifts. Maybe you switch to just one leg. Maybe you drop them both, bring them in. But remember, we're not arching the back. I don't want to see this. I don't want that belly to push out. I don't want any arching. It's tummy tight, tailbone tucked under. Bring those knees to the chest. Holding to keep that balance. Try to stay relaxed through that upper body. Inhale down. Exhale. Initiate the move through that belly button. One more. All right, feet down. Stable before you roll. Lifting through those hips. Tummy's tight. Upper back and head is comfortably on the ball. Hands are reaching up in prayer position. Big inhale. Exhale, let's go ahead and take it to the side, rolling to that outer shoulder, getting that twist through the core. Then the other side. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. You can pause in the center if you need to. Working through that balance. Hips up, hips up. Just always thinking about those hips, lifting those hips, keeping that tummy tight. Twisting through that core. Take your time. Don't feel like you have to keep up with me. 4 seconds. All right, so to get out of this, all you have to do is just drop your bum toward the floor. All right, so now we're gonna come onto our back. And I'm going to fix my timer and get my sets correct here. Alrighty, so this first one is a reverse crunch. So your legs are gripping the ball. So really get them in there, pull in with those heels. Hands on either side. All right, y'all aren't gonna hear this, but I had to pause because we had airplanes going over. I was trying to get this taped before the airplane started, but they were zooming by and it's window rattling. So I'll go ahead and start again. So you're gonna grip the ball. I want you to pull those heels into the ball, pull it into the hamstrings so that you really feel like you have grip and you can lift that ball off the floor. Hands next to the hips on the floor with the palms down. I do not want your hands behind your back. Make sure that low back stays down, that tummy stays tight. And just like I showed you, all we're gonna do is just lift that up. For the second one, we're gonna roll the ball out and you're either going to do crunches, okay? Or if you can, you're gonna come up and do a V-sit and slowly come back down, okay? All right, let's go to that first one. Grip the ball. 5 seconds. 4, hands on either side. Tummy's pulled in nice and tight, shoulders relaxed. Tuck your tailbone, pull those legs in, tap the ball. Tap the ball. I want you to get those hips as high off the ground as you can, keeping that tummy tight. In control on the way down, don't slam the ball down. Shoulders relaxed. You can press through the palms. Grip the ball. If you need to, you can just readjust. And then continue on. Little tap, low back on the mat as you drop those legs. All right, let's go ahead and extend those legs out. Tummy's nice and tight. All right, low back down. So remember, you can be here, crunching up, space between your chin and chest, getting those shoulder blades off the floor, or coming with me. Big inhale. Exhale. I almost couldn't get up there. Whew. Exhale. Move the ball out a little further. So you can kind of adjust the ball as you get going on these. I found that my ball wasn't far enough away from me. It made it difficult to get up. Come up just as high as you can, and then slowly and control roll down. Not using momentum. Don't fling those arms. Up tall. Maybe you can only do a couple of these, and then you need to go back into crunches. That's fine. Feel free to kind of play with it until those abs get strong enough that you can complete the session as I'm doing it. Hands down, shoulders relaxed, tummy tight. Big inhale. Exhale, begin. Hips off the floor, little tap. Should be burning already. These are very effective moves, meant to give you a burn real fast. You don't mess around with these ones. Check in with that form. Is that tummy tight? That low back is on the mat as you let those legs fall. It's just a little baby tap. Your upper body's relaxed. No tension through the jaw, no clenching those teeth. All right, one more. And then extend those legs out. Whew. Finding that sweet spot, tummy tight. All right, choosing your level. Big inhale. Exhale. Coming up. Oh, that first one is always so hard. Try to keep those shoulders relaxed. And you're just coming up as high as you can, with just as much of a flat back as you can. I can tell I'm not getting my full flat back, but it's where my flexibility is today. Tummy's in nice and tight. Rounding as you come down. Try to keep space between your chin and chest, not closing off your airway. And down. All right. Next two, we have bicycles, nice and slow. So the bicycles, you're actually going to hold the ball in between those legs, and you bring it up, and you're just rotating that ball in between those legs. This one is super tough. So if it's with the ball is too much, go ahead and drop the ball. If even having those legs up is too much, you can also do it here and just do some oblique crunches instead of bringing those legs into it. Make sure the low back stays down and that tummy stays nice and tight. After that, we're going to do what's called a boat pose teaser. So it's a straight leg position coming back, and it's just tapping the ball with your feet. That one's a little bit of a break. It's not the most challenging one, but I felt it flowed really nicely with all the other stuff we're doing, because these bicycles, to me, are very, very tough. All right, on your back, knees bent. Place the ball in between those legs, right down at the calves, 90 degrees. Big inhale, exhale. Now remember, it's shoulder toward knee, not elbow. So I don't want you cranking around to get that elbow. It's shoulder. If you want more of a challenge, don't come down to the center between each move. So you would just go straight into it. Take breaks when you need to. You're going to feel those legs as well. Right in that hip flexor area. All right, give me one more. Good, all right. Tummy down, release. Slowly come up. Coming into modified boat pose. So this is a straight leg boat pose. You're going to take the legs or the upper body back, lift your heart, shoulders down, just reach the arms out and just tap, tap. Keeping that chest lifted, the shoulders down. Push that heart out and keeping it an angled position. That tummy's in nice and tight, space between your chin and chest. This is a great move if you have a mirror. Just take a look at that back. This is not what I'm looking for. I also don't want you right here, right? You're up, lifted, and back. Feeling that tummy work. Just keeping everything stable. All right, take it back down. Oh. I'm not looking forward to these ones. These ones are so hard. That's all right. So effective. Airplanes are coming back. And here we go. Center. Center. So remember your adjustments here, right? We can be doing this instead. We can also be holding it in the center instead of that break. Whoops, I was reaching with my elbow. Did y'all see that? I hope not. Reach with your shoulder, not your elbow. Keep that elbow back. It should be out of your view. It's just to cradle the head as you come down. 10 seconds, low back down. Belly button pulled in. Last one. Oh. All right, come on up. Up nice and tall. Feet are flexed, shoulders down. If this one is too difficult for you, feel free to do traditional yoga, boat pose. All right, lean back, kick, kick. So I'm gonna get everybody started and I'll go back to that boat pose position. So if this is too much for you, boat pose is here, lifting the heart, shoulders down, or here, or here, or here, or you can take those legs out straight. A lot of options with this one. Lift your heart, shoulders down, breathe. Oh, feeling those abs. They are shaky. Heart lifts. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let me show you one stretch on the ball. So back against the ball, just so that we can come up into that ball. I'm gonna hit my bench. And then all we do is take our upper body over it. Arms overhead, press through your feet until your hands touch the floor and hold and just breathe right here. Now this ball is pretty small for me, so I don't have to go very far, but some of you may really be reaching. Those fingertips can't touch the floor, and that's okay. You'll just sink a little bit more through the hips and just let those hands dangle. The idea is that you're stretching through the abs. Tummy's in nice and tight. And now release. And just relax those abs and really feel that stretch. And you can kind of roll forward and back a little bit as well. All right, and then to come out of it, sink your hips, take that head up, and you can either roll up on that ball, or you can just drop the glutes and have a seat. All right, thank you for joining me. If you want to take it and do that, another round of that, I encourage that for sure. It will definitely get those abs for you. So if this 12-minute one didn't challenge you, go ahead and do it again, and I promise you will feel it through that second round. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.